Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villa and welcome to episode 8 of Razor Holte, our quest for world domination in football with Aston Villa. And deadline day we made a signing, as the breaking news headline would suggest. Reece Oxford, got him in on loan from West Ham for the end of the year. Really happy with this because it means that we have a third quality central defender, so we can kind of rotate between Twanzebe and Reece Oxford. So he's coming on deadline day, and I think you'll agree, quite at the signing, almost the best central defender in the club the moment he stepped in the door. So really happy to have him to the end of the season. Let's have a look at how things have been going, and if you think we've been scoring some goals in real life, that is nothing compared to what we've been doing on Football Manager. Now let's have a look here. Since last episode we started with a 3-1 win away to Reading. We were actually probably second best in this game, but for once we took our chances. Abraham got a goal, Antonio Marin with a double, and yeah, like I say, we went behind, we were second best, but we took our chances when they came along. Then we played Sheffield United. Now I tried to freshen things up a little bit for this game. You can see Kodjia it was that got the goal, but it was an open game. We probably just about shaded it, but wasn't quite at our best. Then Brentford and things started to turn around for us. We weren't too good in the first half, but second half we were really good. You can see Grealish with 2, Marin with the third. Grealish missed a penalty too, going for his hat-trick, which was a little bit annoying, but 2 goals in a minute for Grealish was just insane. And yeah, things started to turn around. And then we played West Brom, and just soak that in for a second. 7-2 we beat West Brom. We were unbelievably good. We were unplayable going forward. It was a little bit annoying at the start because we scored, they scored, we scored, they scored, and then we just scored. We just kept scoring and we did not stop. Abraham with a goal, Foden with 2, Ghazi with the hat-trick, and McGinn with a goal as well. It was unplayable. I mean, I'm tempted to release a DVD of the game, to be honest. It was that good. Then we played Stoke, and again, we were brilliant. Not quite West Brom brilliant, but we were still really good. Foden, Marin, and Hogan with the goals. And yeah, we've just really... I've stumbled across a few things, I think, I think I've been a little bit lax maybe going into games and scouting the opposition. I've sort of taken it a little bit more seriously again. I think we were playing the same team a little bit too often to tied legs. But I think we might have stumbled across something here. So this episode, we're going to play Derby. It's still a top-of-the-table clash, and Birmingham City in the Derby, and let's hope we can do what we did to West Brom to them, because that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Let's have a look at the league table, and we'll see. We are high-flying. We must be getting close to the point where we've secured promotion, because we are, 23 points clear of Leeds right now. We're 25 points clear of the playoffs, 26 points clear of the playoffs, so we must be getting close to the point now, where we're going to secure the playoffs. We won't even be able to do it this episode, actually, secure our spot in the playoffs, depending how results go. But, yeah, I mean, if we beat Derby here, we go 13 points clear. It's almost over, isn't it? It's almost over. So let's have a look at the team we're sending out, and it will hopefully be a good team. So it's Moreira in goal. It's Beck, it's Oxford, it's Chester and Bree as the back four. Whelan and Horahan are in midfield. Ghazi and Grealish provide the width for Foden and Abraham. Come on, boys, let's do this. So here we go. You can see Derby just sort of a little bit more defensive than us in midfield, but essentially the same formation. I mean, even a draw in this game is fine. I mean, even if we lose, we're still probably going to win the league. But it's just a case, I think, here of... This is the other thing that I was doing, is I've been sort of focusing more on the team talks, trying to take the pressure off them. I'm going to say, come on, lads, do what you can do to keep our run going. There we go, that seems to be working. Just got to get back into the mode I was in last night when I was playing through to get up to this point. So let's get out there and see what we can do here. We're watching Phil Foden in front of our eyes. The second half of this season just becoming a world superstar. Some of the goals he's scored. We are going to have to do a 2-part goals of the month. So after this game, we'll do part 1. And then, of course, we'll do part 2 after the second game, after the Birmingham Derby. Yeah, wait till you see some of the goals we've scored. I mean, sometimes goals of the month, it's a little bit like, oh, look, we crossed the ball and headed a goal. There's one of our goals of the month. Not this month. I mean, there are some goals like that, but it's just been fantastic. Now, what's happened there? What has happened there? Not the start we were looking for. Our 2 defenders have tackled each other. And that I don't know what's happened there. Marin has just come out the other side of that. It looked like we had this under control. He's launched in. Now that's got to be close to a foul, doesn't it? I mean, we got a bit of a dodgy call last episode in the FA Cup. That's got to be a foul, surely. You can't just launch in like that and take out 2 defenders. All right, here we go from the corner. Grealish heads it in. It's there. It's just over the bar from Tammy Abraham. Yeah, that's not the start we're looking for. No, let's not do 2 here. They're going to make me look silly again here, aren't they? But yeah, I mean, just rotating the team has helped a lot too. I think, as I said at the start there, I think some of the problem is I was maybe just using the same players a little bit too often. And that maybe wasn't helping. Let's give them a get creative here when we can. Some nervous and apprehensive faces. We don't like that. And yeah, we'll just sort of go with the flow here a little bit. Let's see if we can build something here. James Bree, we were underusing him as well. So we've pretty much retired Hutton at this point. There's a good ball for Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham! There we go. That is what we've been doing. Just picking teams to pieces. Foden with the assist. And I missed that. There was a goal achievement there for Abraham. Maybe the 50th goal of his career. He must have scored more than that. It's his 22nd of the season for us. So surely he's got more than 20, what would that be? 8 goals the rest of his career. Nice ball through. Too quick for the defence. And tucks it away expertly as well. And that is what we like to see. Still looking nervous. I'm not quite sure why we're looking nervous still. Back with the throw back to Reece Oxford. Let me know what you think of Reece Oxford on loan. I think it's one of those deadline day masterstrokes that come up from time to time. I was really, really happy to... I shouldn't call my own move a masterstroke. That seems a little bit dickish, doesn't it? But really, really happy to get him in. There we go. It's a good ball for Grealish. Grealish goes early in for Tammy Abraham. Tammy Abraham! There's 2. We are back in front. And you can... I'm glad they're not making me look as dumb as I thought we were going to be looking at the start there. It's just what we've been doing. We've just stumbled across something. Instead of our attack, we're focusing it fairly wide instead of very wide, and I think that's helping. I think it might be bringing our front 3 a little bit closer together. But yeah, it's just been amazing what has happened. So this is all looking good ahead of the Birmingham derby. If we go 13 points clear with a win here, as I said. So we need to start looking at or thinking of signings for the Premier League. Where do we need to strengthen? Pretty much everywhere. When you consider the loan players that we have, we're going to need almost a whole new squad. I've been scouting like a crazy person, trying to just scout as many players as I can. Marriott's in again here. Are we going to get back to 2-2? Oh, he's missed it. Was that a save? It was a save. That's a good save then from the keeper. Yeah, I've been sort of scouting Premier League squads, players that are transfer listed right now, and then sort of, yes, I said, scouting them, seeing if they fit into what we want to do. Yeah, it's going to be a massive rebuild, and I'm sure you guys that have played through as Villa are well aware of the rebuild at the end of this season. We will have wages, which is one good thing. I'm hoping we can maybe get a few in on loan as well. I don't think there's the loan restrictions in the Premier League. I can't quite remember. Here's a chance for Beck to get a ball in. Can he do that? He can. It's Grealish! Oh, super Jack. Makes it 3-1. And to think we were behind and I was getting a little bit worried of being made look silly. This is just unbelievable. If we've been doing this all year, God knows how many goals we would have scored, but we're just banging them in for fun. It's unbelievable. Good ball from Horahan to find Beck in space. Checks back, rolls it across, and Grealish, nicely done, son. I think it is just, mostly a lot of what it is just having the not attacking quite so wide and just bringing the wingers in a little bit closer to the strikers and Foden, and I think that's working. Plus we get the fullbacks overlapping. When you say it out loud, it makes so much sense, and I don't know why I wasn't doing it to start with, but in my head I was just like, we must stretch the field as much as possible. Grealish with a corner. Oh, it's 5. That's 4, sorry. It's 4 before the break. I'm getting ahead of myself. 24th goal of the season for Abraham. That's his hat-trick. And this is second in the league, and we are absolutely destroying them. There could be a West Brom 2.0 on the cards here. This is just amazing. Just amazing. Poor defending from the set piece from Derby, though, wasn't it? Free header at the near post. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even that much movement. But there we go, that's half time, and what a way to start our Sunday. Okay, so, I mean, what do we say? Just don't get complacent. Good opportunity to show the pundits they're right to back you up. I do wonder or think that this might be a talk that sort of gets them kicking on in the second half and not relaxing, so we'll try it and see. Grealish and Abraham haven't particularly liked it, but everybody else seems to have, so we'll see what this brings. I'm beginning to wonder too, if in this version of FM, if a negative reaction to a team talk or a shout from the sideline, isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I just get that feeling that just tell them what you want to tell them, and just because they don't necessarily react to it positively to start with, it doesn't mean it doesn't have an effect. Which might be kind of like real life as well, I would imagine. Sometimes you don't like what you hear, but it has an effect on you. So whether it be positive or negative. Ghazi, he had the hat trick in that the West Brom game, and just since then he struggled a little bit this season. That hat trick almost came out of the blue because he hadn't really done much all year. Now with Bolassi's injury, well cleared, well saved. I still haven't had one of these go in yet. I don't know if anybody else has. Let's give it a concentrate. It's clicked away from me there. I've started using Whelan a little bit too as a defensive midfielder. I think if we're maybe playing Jedinak a little bit too much. We might need to drop our line here. We're getting done in behind a little bit too much. Off the post. Saved by the bar. Just to go a little bit deeper there. No problems though. I think we're maybe using Jedinak a little bit too much, and then instead of bringing in Whelan as a sort of more like for like defensive player, I was trying to get McGinn in there because I was overplaying Horahan. So by rotating a little bit more, it's definitely had a good effect, I think. We're just letting them back in this game a touch. You can see the concentrate shout didn't necessarily go down well, but I think it's what needed to hear. Here's Ghazi. He goes over the top for Tammy Abraham. Can he square a ball? Is there anyone there? It's fallen down for Foden. That is a bad miss. Alright, we're going to make some subs here because I'm really not happy with Ghazi, to be honest. He's not having a good game in a team that's playing well. And we might look to take off Whelan on that booking. Play Henry Lansbury. We'll play him as a deep line playmaker. I do wonder if we just need to get a little bit control back over midfield here. So we'll try that. I'll try giving them some more praise. Because they've earned it, haven't they? 4-1. We haven't really kicked on with it in the second half. If anything, we could have gone behind more. And Tammy Abraham. It's too easy. That's his 4th goal of the game. It's unlearned. He's doing a Forest. I just don't understand. This is second in the league. And not a close second. This is like someone else who's going to the Premier League with us. 5-1. And it's just... the set-piece defending from Derby has not been fantastic, has it? But is there anyone else we want to give a game to here? Actually, you know what we might do? We have our Roshan Williams, our young kid on the bench, our young defender. We'll bring him on for Chester. I've been trying to just ease him into the team because I think he's someone we might need to have as a squad player for next year in the Premier League. I'm assuming at this point we're going to be in the Premier League because we just show absolutely no signs of letting up here. So I'm trying to give him as much game time as possible. Just because I think we might need him as like a 4th or 5th defender. My sort of plan is, with Chester, I'm planning on keeping him. And then we'll just sort of go from there, see who we can get in. If we can get Reece Oxford back on loan, or I don't even know if Tuanzebe is necessarily Premier League quality. Reece Oxford definitely is, though. So if we get him back in, that'd be okay. Back post for Grealish, takes the touch. Can he square it? It is the end of the game. Well, that's the top of the table clash to be proud of, isn't it? 5-1, and we were behind in the first minute. That is just incredible. So we'll give them a passionate well done, and on we go. 5-star Aston Villa triumph. There we go. We have secured the playoff spot. I thought we must be getting close to that. And classy Abraham, 4 goals in a game. He is. If you have watched the Arsenal save I'm doing, our first season there, Bon Lahore. That's Villa mode. Aubameyang, almost as good as Bon Lahore. He was just on fire. And I tell you what, Tammy Abraham could be going to outscore him the way he's going here. But guys, wait right there. Please enjoy our first part of Goals of the Month for just January or February, whatever month it was. I think it's February. And then we'll be back after that for the Birmingham Derby. And I tell you what, we are in form. Alright, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the goals of the month. There will, of course, be more of those to come after the Birmingham derby. Now, we did just get our youth intake as well, or the new products coming into the academy. Now, if you've watched my series before, you will know that I like to name these regens after you guys because they're just fake names anyway. So I'd rather them be named after you, so you can have a chance to pull on the Villa shirt. So these are the players that we have. There's a couple of decent prospects there. So if you want to have one of them named after you, just leave a comment, or you can get me on Twitter at AussieVillain. Let me know there, and yeah, have one of these guys named after you. So yeah, like I said, just leave a comment, and we'll look to get that done, ready for next episode. And on to the Birmingham derby. Now you can see we're away from home. We are favourites for the game, and given our current form, that is hardly surprising. And let's have a look at the team we're sending out. A few changes, so like just rotating, freshening up the squad. So it's Moreira in goal, Taylor, Oxford, Chester, and El Mohammadi as a back four. Yedinak and Horahan in midfield. Blackett Taylor, we're going to give him a run out because I just feel like El Ghazi isn't really getting the job done for us. So we're going to give Blackett Taylor and Grealish the wing berths with Foden and Abraham. They're on fire through the middle. Why would we change that? So we can see the Birmingham lineup. It's just a bust in front of the goal, but given our current form, you'd pretty much expect that in any case. Let's have a look here. Terry says to go out there and prove a point. I'm going to say, I think maybe do we say calm? Let's maybe keep it calm. And don't let the media praise put pressure on your performance. Some passionate, we have faith individually. That's not really going as I would have liked. That's a little bit better. And one for Abraham as well. And let's see what we can do. And here we go in the pigsty, or whatever it's called. Yeah, I mean, this can only really go wrong, can't it? We've been in such good form. But yeah, hopefully we'll be able to continue that on here. Now, after this game, what I think I'm going to do for the rest of the season is just try and give young players a game. I might not use lone players as much as we have been. Just to try, I want to try and give young players some game time so they are improving ahead, so we can see if we can look to use them next year, or if we are going to need to loan them out and or cash in on them and get somebody else in that can sort of do the job right there and then. That's a decent ball for Grealish. Blackett Taylor's in. Go on, son. Go on, Blackett Taylor. Go! What a start. 13 minutes in. And that's what El Ghazi hasn't been doing, basically. Got in there at the back post. And good little finish, wasn't it? Good little finish. He had work to do. And he certainly did it with aplomb. Look at this ball. It's a decent ball from Grealish, but he's ducked in there between two defenders. And under pressure, jinked it over the keeper. Nice goal by the young kid. He is someone I think we can use him next year. I'm not completely convinced he's going to be a long-term prospect for us, but certainly he's getting the job done for us right now. There it is, the back post, and it's just over from Reece Oxford. I don't think Reece Oxford scored for us as of yet, so that would be nice to get him a goal as well. Yeah, so I'm just thinking like Doyle Hayes, and there's another one for Tammy Abraham. He's just on fire. That's 2-0 against the bastards in the blue, and this is going swimmingly, isn't it? This is, 7 goals this episode? It might get a little bit long, actually, considering we've got the 2-part goals of the month as well. Apologies if it is getting a little bit long, but if you are enjoying this absolute Villa goal fest, do make sure you hit like and subscribe as well. It all helps people find the channel, and so greatly appreciated. Let's just get creative. Just keep getting creative. Yeah, this is just insane right now. We are essentially, I mean, we're going to be, assuming we see this out, I think we're on 91 points. That'll get us promoted. And even if even if we were to play the reserves every game, we would probably nick a point or two here and get make sure we get promoted anyway. So it would be the ultimate move, wouldn't it, just to be put our feet up and be like, all right guys, we're forfeiting the rest of the season. We'll take our 3-0 defeat, then we'll still get promoted, but we're not going to do that. It would be an interesting option if you could, though, wouldn't it? Let's. What do we say here? Let's just praise. There we go. Foden not having his best game. We could look to bring on. Who could we bring on there? I'm sort of breaking my golden rule here because I've played Foden and Grealish a few games in a row now, whereas usually I'd rotate them in and out. I'm going to say don't get complacent. We'll do a few individual talks here, and then we'll come back for the second half. Okay, no tactical changes. I do want to, at some point in this half, I want to take off Abraham for Isaac, the kid we have on loan from Dortmund. Because I think there could be a player there that I wouldn't mind signing him. And is it Favre, the Dortmund manager? He's a bit annoyed because we haven't been playing him. I've tried to explain to him that Abraham is just scoring for fun, but he doesn't really care. He just wants his player to get some game time. So we might look to do that, and then maybe look. I doubt that he'll loaning back to us again at this point anyway, but you never know. So we might wait 60 minutes or so, and then we'll make that change. Foden's not having a good game either. All right, let's take Foden off now. We'll take Foden off for Hogan, and then we can put Grealish through the middle, play Hogan out wide. That should work out okay for us. Scott Hogan's someone I wouldn't mind giving game time to. We've lost Kodjia. Kodjia's sort of head gone. He is on his way out. He's unhappy at me. He's not talking to me. Oh, that's a bit of a belter, isn't it? That's not good. Let's give it a concentrate. Yeah, so that's not fantastic, but I don't get on with Kodjia in this game for some reason. I mean, I don't know what more we could have done there. We could have got out a little bit quicker maybe, but it's just a good goal really, isn't it? So let's not let them back in this game. Let's give it a demand more here where we can. And just make sure that, yeah, things are going a little bit better than they are right now. A little bit of complacency on the manager's behalf, perhaps, talking about next season. Here's a chance from a corner. Horahan to knock it in. It's gone to the back post. In towards goals off the post. It's there for Grealish! Oh, he's done it again. Super Jack on the spot to pounce on that loose ball. And that is surely now the game. Horahan, not quite sure that's his assist. I think, was it Hogan? Is that who got the header at the back post? I couldn't quite see who it was. Oh, it's Oxford. Stockdale's made a terrible attempt to save that ball. And, yeah, there we go. That should be the game. Do we want to make any changes here? I did want to bring Isaac on for Abraham. Isaac is... I'm not sure if I've shown his stats here before, so I'll have a quick glance at them. He's not good. It's not good. He's not bad. He's quite good. So I would like to try and keep him on side if we can, and potentially look at bringing him in as a striker next season. If we're going to keep going with this formation, we don't need too many strikers. We probably need, say, a Hogan, Abraham, if we can get him back, would be fantastic, and one other. But Horahan is looking a little bit knackered. We have another sub up our sleeve, so we'll bring on John McGinn. You can see he's coming back from an injury. He's a little bit down on match fitness, so it's a good opportunity to fix that up as well. But yeah, here we go. This is the derby win. I think we beat them. Did we beat them 3-1 at home as well? Doubled up on the 3-1s. No, it was 3-0 at Villa Park, wasn't it? But there we go. That is not bad. That is, 8 goals this episode? What did we beat Derby? 5? So, there we go. Not as convincing as I would have liked. To be honest, we weren't that good, were we? The match ratings there weren't that good. Let's guard against complacency going forward, and forward we shall go. So there we go, absolutely smashing it to pieces. Another derby win, another 3 points, and that is suddenly looking very, very good indeed, isn't it? Just the goals of the month to come, but otherwise that's it for this episode in terms of games. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed that, thumbs up. If you're new, as I said before, subscribe. We'll be back on Tuesday. I think what we might do, given the lead we have at the table, is we might come back when we can secure promotion. Oh, we'll secure promotion. We're going to secure promotion. When we can win the league, we'll come back for that. And that will be, I'm assuming, somewhere around Bristol City, Bolton, in that general vicinity. So that'll be for Tuesday. Come back for the promotion party, or the league title party, I should say. Until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. And here is part 2 of our Goals of the Month. Take care.